हेलो एवरीबॉडी, आज के इस वीडियो में मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करने वाली हूँ कुछ ऐसे वर्ड्स जो कि आप अपने सीवी के इंट्रोडक्शन वाले पैसेज में इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं। एंड अगर आप किसी फेस टू फेस एयरलाइन इंटरव्यू के जॉब रोल के लिए जा रहे हैं तो भी आप ये सारी चीजें अपने इंट्रोडक्शन वाले पैसेज में इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं। This will not just make your CV stand out, but it will also create an impressive impression in front of the recruiter that you are a candidate that they must be spending their time on. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। मेरा नाम है रचना and welcome to my channel. Okay, so the first one is being self-motivated. Whenever you're including this in your CV or when you're introducing yourself and then including this point that you are a self-motivated person, remember that what it basically means is that you are somebody who the recruiters can rely on and you will complete your tasks independently and willingly perform all the duties that are given to you and whatever you are responsible for. So if you are a self-motivated person, you are considered to be a good catch for a recruiter. Next one is take ownership. Whenever you're writing this, even in the CV or when you're introducing yourself and including this point that you take ownership or you believe in taking ownership, it basically means that you are a responsible person and you are somebody who is willing to take ownership or take responsibility, especially during difficult situations, and making sure that there is a solution that comes out during all the difficult times as well. So when you're introducing yourself, try to include this word, try to include this point and make sure that you're able to describe that how you are able to take onus on yourself in difficult situations and strive out to success. Okay, so the next word is being results driven. ये जो word है ये every recruiter would like somebody who's a results driven personality. So please make sure to include this word in your CV or even when you're introducing yourself. The reason being that at the end of it, everybody wants to hire somebody who is driven by results, who is always looking forward to getting back more business. We all ultimately need to understand that every job is business. Everything works on profitability, on income, and on all these things. All right. You should be able to describe how you are a results driven person in the aviation industry. You can just very clearly say that if I am in a customer service job role, my job is to make sure that the customer is happy. My job is to make sure that he's satisfied, that all his needs are met when he is with me, whether he is on board with me or whether, on ground when I'm ensuring that his bags are checked in and the rest of the formalities are happening on ground. In either of the two cases, if I'm in a customer service role, I need to make sure that the guest is happy. I need to make sure that he's satisfied and he is well taken care of. And at the end of it, if I am achieving that with every customer, I know that the assured result is that this passenger is going to fly back with us. And that's what I mean when I say that I'm a results driven person. Next word is continuous development. You can say this, you can write it in your CV, and even when you're introducing yourself, you can talk about continuous development. You can say that you believe in continuous development, you believe in upskilling, you believe in continuous working towards success, because your pathway to success is not just reaching the top, it is the whole journey. You believe in the whole journey of reaching to the top. So that requires continuous efforts, that requires continuous development, that requires continuous hard work. So this will give an impression to the recruiter that you are always looking towards progressing, you're always looking towards upskilling. So you can include this word and you can also describe yourself as somebody who's continuously developing their own self. Next word is embracing change. So you can talk about it in your CV by saying that you believe in embracing change. And in case you're introducing yourself, you can say that you are somebody who embraces change every now and then. This is something which is very important and you must include this. I would say that you must include this in any aviation job role interview that you are appearing for, because aviation is all about changes. There are no 2 days which are the same. There are no 2 flights which are the same. You are always working with different colleagues. You're meeting different people. You are always working at different time zones, at different times, with different people, with different aircrafts. Everything is different. So if you are somebody who wants to make a career in the aviation industry, you must be somebody who should be willing to embrace every kind of change. So make sure that you, even when you're introducing yourself, you talk about embracing change. Next one is having a positive mindset. Even when you are writing it in your CV, make sure to mention it. It's a good point that you can show to them that you have a positive mindset, you are a positive personality. And even when you're introducing yourself, you can showcase to them that you are a positive person. You are somebody who works on feedbacks. You are somebody who takes feedbacks positively. You are somebody who is supportive of your co-workers. You work positively in a team as well. So all these things will help you impress the recruiter, because somebody who's a positive minded person is somebody who is highly preferred, especially in the aviation industry. Next one is trustworthy. So you can write it in your CV that you are a trustworthy person, you are a reliable person, you are somebody who's honest. Of course, there is no recruiter or there's no company who wouldn't value somebody who's a trustworthy person. Even when you're introducing yourself, you can talk about being an honest person, being somebody who's reliable. Why? Because if you are a frontliner of an airline, you are the one who is directly dealing with the customers. So you need to be somebody who's a trustworthy person, and that you have to explain to them when you're introducing to them that I am somebody who's a trustworthy person, I am somebody who you can rely on, I am somebody who you can trust to deal with the passengers that are going to be there, because they are the main source of the airline business. Next word is collaborating. It is very similar to teamwork. So make sure that you include it in your CV, and even when you're introducing yourself, say that you are a collaborative person, you believe in teamwork, you believe in working towards a goal, you believe in working together to achieve something. So all these things can showcase that you are a team player, and you will perform your tasks when you are assigned in a team as well. So make sure that you include this thing in your CV and when you are introducing yourself as well. The next one is make sure to talk about your goals. Okay, write it in your CV as well, and even when you're introducing yourself, please talk about your goals, because it will show the recruiter that you are always striving to achieve something. You are not somebody who is just sitting and trying to get a job here. You are always striving towards progress. You are somebody who's always looking up to try something new, to try new challenges, to upskill. So make sure that you are talking about goals in your CV and even when you're introducing yourself. And last but not the least, make sure that you write about you being a commercially aware person. In your CV also you can write, and even when you're introducing yourself, make sure to say that you are commercially aware. Of course, there could be counter questions as to what you mean by you being a commercially aware person. Then you can talk about describing what you mean by commercially aware. Now let me help you with that answer. Basically, every company is running a business, and even the airline industry is ultimately a business. You need to understand where the expenses are, you need to understand the expenditures, you need to make sure that the airline gets its returns. Only when you are commercially aware, only when you understand profits and losses is the time when you'll know how much your company is able to make, whether your company was able to make profits, whether your company is going into losses. And you as an employee should always make sure that your company makes more than the required profits, because only when they make the more than the required profits is the time when you will get your commissions as well. Showing the recruiter that you understand how the industries work, how businesses work, is a very, very impressive thing to do, because ultimately everything boils down to profit. So you should be aware how the company has to make profit. You have to make sure that you are contributing into making profits for the company. So this is a point that you must include. तो आज के इस वीडियो में बस इतना ही. अगर आपको ये वीडियो इन्फॉर्मेटिव लगा तो आप इसको लाइक कर सकते हैं, सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं मेरे चैनल को फॉर मोर फ्यूचर कैबिन क्रू इंटरव्यूज, जॉब रिलेटेड कंटेंट, CV preparation content, etc. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for your time and goodbye.